Namaskaram, all Atmas. Again, wishing all a very happy and prosperous New Year 2023. In this New Year, apart from the spiritual message given in the morning, I now wish to place a long dream. It is my dream of India, a developed India. In this, last week I placed my dream number 1 of how to solve the unemployment problem, and my next dream 2 is All India water integration movement for green revolution, and this is one of the important dream which I have cherished quite a long time. And because since independence we have been talking of drinking of all the rivers in India. In India we have perennial rivers in the north like Ganges, Brahmaputra, Narmada and Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna. Up to that level we have perennial rivers. But at the bottom this Kaveri, we do not, in south we do not have any perennial rivers. So in south we see, not only in south, even in Telangana region, because last time when I went on All India tour to see, most of the places where the river waters were not flowing, the barren lands are there, and there is no agricultural development there, because due to water scarcity. We have when the rain comes, there is a heavy floods, and the crop gets destroyed. And when there is no rain, there is a famine, and that is affecting the agriculture. Because in our India, we depend on the rain for this agriculture purpose mostly, most of the areas, except those areas where we have the perennial rivers. And we have been talking right from independence about the drinking of river, but that could not be fulfilled because of various factors. But in my dream here, my vision is that the perennial rivers like Brahmaputra, Ganga, Mahanadi, Narmada, Krishna, Godavari, all these things if you see, all the rivers finally end in sea. Of course that is the natural path. So when the water goes into the sea, there we can put a small portion, we can bring before it reaches the sea, a small portion of that water from this Brahmaputra, Ganga in the coastal region, we can lay the big pipelines along the coastal region to bring this water which is flowing, a portion of the water which is flowing into the sea, that we can bring through the pipeline in the entire stretch, that is from Ganga, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri and Narmada, all these rivers. Similarly, interior, the Ravi, Bias, Satluj, Tapti and various rivers are there. These river waters can be brought through the pipeline, big pipelines, which should be laid along the lands belonging to railways, national state highways, which covers majority portion of the country, all the villages, all the town cities, everything is covered, all our national highways, state highways, railways, all these things. Why I am telling this national highways, state highways is because we can avoid acquisition of land for laying this pipeline. Of course, it won't take much space, but still, it can be covered through this. These pipelines, we should have check also. These pipelines should be laid in such a way that in India we have lakes in each and every village, and tanks in each and every city, village, reservoirs in main places. Most of the time, these reservoirs are empty during a summer season, so there is no much water for the irrigation purposes. So what we have to do is, this water that is brought from the perennial rivers, this should be brought, and this water should be taken into the lakes to the extent needed, and put a check wall to stop to the extent of water needed. So we are only conserving the water, at the same time using it for the benefit for the entire country. So in the process, what happens, when all the lakes in the country are completely filled 365 days, what happens, the surrounding all the agricultural lands, there won't be any barren lands. All the agricultural lands will get water for irrigation purposes. So with the result, in 365 days, the entire country, wherever there is agricultural lands, every land should be covered with the water. When the water is there, then there is a scope for agricultural growth. So that is the thing, that is linking of all rivers. Because we cannot linking of all rivers by laying dams, by laying culverts, by laying, this costs heavy, very high cost, constructing dam, all these things. Instead, we can bring through pipeline to bring this water to all the lakes, all the by which we can bring water throughout India, to all the villages, to all the agricultural lands. This creates a lot of employment opportunities for the rural youth and women there. So this will increase the per capita income of the people living in rural areas. At the same time, it increases the per capita income of the country also. Besides, it leads a lot of food generation needed to meet the self-sustenance also for exports. Similarly, rainwater harvesting also is a very important area, because today when we get heavy rains, the floods destroy the crops. Mainly because if water is flowing here, this water, if it's saved here itself, it will not go there. But instead, when the water here all that combined together, it leads to floods. So my vision is, we have to lay rainwater harvesting tanks in each and every ward level, wherever government lands are there. We have to acquire that and lay the big water tanks, so that in each ward level, whatever rainwater comes, it should flow into the groundwater, where we have to lay deep pits so that water gets sucked into the ground level. So this will improve the groundwater level. At the same time, the rainwater gets stored in the same place. With the result, what happens? There won't be any flooding. So that area, all the water, whatever comes from each house, each area, it should be driven straight to the tanker. By which way we can avoid flooding of water. At the same time, this leads to conservation of rainwater, which improves the groundwater level. So by these two things, we can conserve the water. We can integrate all the river waters and also conserve the rainwater. This gives a great opportunity for us. It will meet our drinking water needs, industrial water needs, agricultural water needs. The benefit is, this will bring in green revolution in our country, and it creates employment opportunity for rural area. When the rural agriculture develops, the implements whatever needed, it leads to increase in the industrial development also, that provide employment to the urban youth also. Since the per capita income of all the people increases, and the per capita of the country increases, this will pave way for the country to become a developed nation. So my dream of developed India, through this river water link integration and the rainwater harvesting concept, we can bring in a real industrial and agricultural green revolution, agricultural development with a minimum cost. So the pipeline, laying of pipeline will not cost much compared to constructing a big dams, big bridges, big culverts, acquisition of land for laying these big river beds. All these things we can avoid. So this is a simple way we can bring the entire country filled with water. So this vision I want to place before the Prime Minister, for which I am planning to go on Bharat Vikas Yatra in March, to lay my dream of India, my dream of a developed India. In this various dreams I want to place, especially that is needed for a common man. There is employment, last week we have seen. This also brings employment, because there is agriculture industrial development that leads to creating a lot of employment to the youth. Besides, we bring a developed nation, pave way for India to become a developed nation, with per capita income all the people growing, and exports grows, and self-sustenance achieved. Everybody will be benefited by this. And further dreams I will place in the next session. Thank you.